Hello, this is Amy Zaley with the Jerusalem Connection Red Alert Report for Friday, February 10th. The BDS movement is being called out from all sides. This is great news, as just last week on CNN, Fareed Zachariah's show called GPS, French philosopher Bernard-Henri Lévy publicly and vehemently stated that the BDS movement is indeed rooted in anti-Semitism. Let me share a quote from the interview. Mr. Lévy said, "I want to say to the sincere followers of the BDS campaign, I want to tell them from the bottom of my heart, because I'm not sure they know it, this is an anti-Semitic campaign. The BDS campaign takes its roots a long time ago, 60 years ago, on the fringes of a dying Nazism." Now, Monsieur Lévy is not a fringe figure. He's not a far left or far right fanatic. He's not an agenda-driven ideologue. He is a reasoned man. He is a deep thinker. He's an intellectual. He's a philosopher, and he is an author. He is a media figure in France and widely respected by many. He is a Jew, a French of Jewish origins, but of Algerian birth, even though he moved to France when he was an infant. He is pleading with those who participate in the BDS movement, who think they're doing right to oppress people, who think they're offering a helping hand to the downtrodden, that it is indeed the opposite, that the BDS movement is a systemic violation of human rights and discriminatory practices on both individuals and the collective. And he wants those who are thinking that they are helping with human rights endeavor to understand that the BDS movement is not the right arm for that work. Moreover, UC Riverside, which is part of the UC University of California system, which I reported on in the past, has had its student government vote unanimously to boycott Israeli products. In so doing, they would remove Israeli-made Sabra hummus from the cafeteria and other establishments on campus. Luckily, the administration of UC Riverside denied this and publicly stated in response that there is no plans to remove Israeli-made Sabra hummus from the cafeteria, and that this call for boycotting the product has no gainful reason. Moreover, on social media posts that advertised this story, many people responded that they were going out to buy extra Sabra hummus to keep in their refrigerator as a form of solidarity with the Israelis. SodaStream, another Israeli company located in the West Bank, which gainfully employs both Arabs and Jews and raises the standard of living and offers prosperity to that region, has now indeed decided to push back on BDS activities that include asking people to boycott this product. Now, SodaStream is an on-demand carbonated beverage maker where you take water and flavoring and you make a soda of your choice. And it is very convenient, and college students like it, and people who have parties in their home like it, and it's just a very convenient product to offer a refreshment that everybody loves. So, college students on campuses all over, including London universities as well as Hunter College and the SUNY schools, the City University of New York, students have set up tables late night after parties and after activities on campuses with the SodaStream to offer a refreshing beverage, but also to offer education about how and where it's made. SodaStream also is now including a very large, prominent Made in Israel label on its packaging that also says, quote, "Proudly made in Israel by Arabs and Jews working together." This, of course, is an effort to promote the fact that there is peace and camaraderie and coexistence and trade and workmanship in the West Bank, and that Israel is, in fact, a blessing in that regard. Moreover, at the UN, Nikki Haley, the UN ambassador recently appointed, she has publicly stated this week that she will vehemently oppose and fight against, at the UN, any commendation or resolution to condemn the nation of Israel. It is great to see that the bias and unfair and unjust condemnations against the nation of Israel will now be pushed back with a loud voice, an American voice, and that is great news for the American interests at the UN as well as our deepest and closest ally in the Middle East, that of Israel. Another move that will make the BDS activists and organizers very upset is that a delegation of 11 NFL professional football players from America are going to Israel on February 13th. This comes on the heels of a historic Super Bowl played just last week where we had the first ever overtime game. Now, these 11 athletes will visit landmarks in Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, the Dead Sea, and Haifa, and they will visit Christian sites in the Galilee, and they will also visit the Rambam Medical Center, Yad Vashem, and meet with representatives of the Black Hebrew community in Dimona. And they will take part in a professional football game with the Israeli Football Association. This is an exciting event organized by the Tourism and the Strategic Partnership Ministries in Israel. So from the words of intellectuals on global television programs, from the heads of international organizations such as the UN, and from refreshment tables, late night on college campuses, indeed the truth of Israel as well as the truth of the BDS movement is being exposed and expressed, and this is great news. So in that vein, Shavua Tov, have a great week, and Shabbat Shalom.